welcome to my channel. I'm going to be telling a scary story. This is a fake scary story. It is only for entertainment purposes only, and I would advise you, if you are triggered easily or do not like scary stories, I would advise you to click off this video. And remember to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. This girl, her name was Anaya Turner. She lived in a tiny neighborhood, was shaped like a U. There was a huge tree in the middle of it, with rocks, flowers, and bushes all around it. But her and her friend Eileen had a special rock that they would always hide notes under for each other, and they would send back and forth and back and forth. But one day, Anaya got the devastating news that her friend was going to leave and move. She was very sad, but just to say goodbye for the last time, before they left, she put a note that said, "I hope you have a nice trip." So, after she put that note there, she rode her bike over to Eileen's house and said her goodbyes. She rode back over to her house. Mind you, her house is a 2-story, and only her mother and she lives in that house. So, they only have the keys. As she gets home, she smells the scent of dinner. She goes and says, "Is that pasta?" Her mother nods, "Yes, it is." So, they sit down and start eating. Her mother asks her, "How was your day, Anaya?" Anaya says, "Well, it wasn't that good. Eileen is moving away, and I won't see her again. All I can do is call her now, and I'm very sad." Her mother says, "People always have to move away sometimes. We lose friends a lot. It's sad, but we just have to let go of it." After they ate dinner, Anaya took her shower and got ready for bed. As she was drying off and putting on her pajamas, she heard her mom say, "I love you, sweetie, good night." She said back, "I love you too, Mom, good night." As she was all changed and got into bed, she remembered, "Wait, did I lock the doors?" And she thought, maybe my mom just did. It's fine, nothing to worry about, my mom's here. So she started watching TV, and at about 9:30, she goes to sleep. The next morning is a Monday. She wakes up and does her normal duty for school. She gets up at 6 and starts to get ready, brushes her hair, brushes her teeth, goes down for breakfast. And most of the time, Anaya makes breakfast. So she started to make some bacon and eggs, like she always does. Her mother usually gets up at 7, and she always leaves at 7:30, so she gets to say goodbye to her mother before she leaves. Mind you, she always rides her bike home and back to school, so she had her whole day planned out, ready for school, like always. After she was done with breakfast, it was about 11:25. She got on her bike, but before she forgot to lock the doors. She thought, "I know they're locked. Nothing happened last night. There's nothing to worry about." So she went off and did her normal duty as usual, riding to school and getting her stuff out of her backpack when she got into her first class. After the school day ended, she started to ride her bike home when she got an anonymous phone call. She thought, "I'll just call it the number again at home. Either way, I'm riding my bike. I could get hurt." So she just ignores it and rides home. As she got home, she knew that her mom always gets home at work at about 11:30. So it's about, I'd say, 6:05. She starts getting ready and she takes her shower, but she thinks the doors are still locked, not knowing and forgetting that she was supposed to lock them after she unlocked them. but she didn't. All is well until after she makes dinner and sits down to eat it. She's done, she has her pajamas on, she goes to sleep. She wakes up at about, I'd say, 4:05 and hears footsteps and knows that that's not her mom. Her mom is already home. And they have a policy that they always have to keep their shoes off when they come inside, so that wouldn't be her mom. She said, "It's fine. I'll just brush it off and go back to sleep. I'm probably hallucinating." So she went back to sleep, and about at 6, she woke up to heavy breathing. And as scared as she was, she didn't make a peep or move an inch. She went back to sleep, not knowing what could happen to her next. She thought, "I knew I should have locked the doors or checked." She wakes up around, I would say, 8:03. She can tell she's in a car, but she knows she's in the trunk. She's scared for her life, tries to kick something, but her arms and legs are tied. She still has her glasses on. Knowing that there's always a safety latch in every car she goes into, she feels around for the safety latch as she can't see in the dark, where it's very pitch black, dark in the trunk of a car. She finds the latch and waits patiently for the driver to stop at a red light. As soon as they stop, she pulls the latch open, and thankfully there was no one behind the car. She rolls out and quickly gets up and goes to the nearest gas station she could find. She goes to a 7-Eleven that was the closest, and she goes inside and she says to the cashier, "I need help. I've just been kidnapped. Can you tell me where I am?" Remember when I said it's about 7:03? 7:03, but what time? AM or PM? Wait and you'll find that out. She asked the cashier, "May I please call the police? I've been kidnapped and I don't know where I am." The nice cashier said, "Sweetie, you're in Florida." She's surprised and says, "What day is it?" The day that she was kidnapped was June 1st. She wakes up and it is now June 3rd and 7:03 at night. She is very scared for her life. And the nice cashier says, "Are you the girl from the news? They sent everybody looking for you, and your mom is especially devastated." She says, "Yes, I am. My name is Anaya Turner. Is that the one you're thinking of?" The cashier says, "Yes. Your name is Anaya Turner?" Anaya says, "Yes, my name is Anaya Turner. My mom is Michelle Turner, and she works at a hospital, and she's a nurse. I go to school at Lake Highlands." And she says, the nice cashier says, "Here, have the phone. You can call the police. I would advise you to call the police before your mother." She dials 911 and says, "Hello, I've been kidnapped. My name is Anaya Turner, and my mom is Michelle Turner. I've been all over the news. I need help." I rolled out of the back trunk of a car. They get there as soon as possible, arriving about 5 minutes later. They try to get as much information as they could before she starts to call her mom. After, they let her call her mom. And while she was calling her mom, they said, "Get in the truck. We're going to go to the station and wait for your mom there." Anaya replies, "But it's like a 24-hour drive. That's going to take forever for her to get here. I can't wait that long." "We'll figure something out," they said. So she gets into the truck and starts going to the station. As she was calling her mom, she said, "Mom, hello, I'm free. I got out of the trunk of a car and I landed in the road. As soon as I could, I went to a 7-Eleven that was near. They called the police, and then I'm glad I called you." Her mom burst out into tears and was so glad to hear her daughter's voice again. I might have to do part 2, guys, just saying. So, as she hears her mom crying, she is very scared and sad and says, "Mom, please don't cry. I'm gonna cry too." She says, "Okay, baby. I will be there as fast as possible. Wait at the station with the police." She does as she is told by her mother. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!